Blessings, this is Angelica Tonatzin, feeling inspired to share a transmission for the heart by the heart. Okay, so this is so important right now. I feel our hearts are being activated like no other. It either wants to fully open up and feel love and feel expansiveness and feel unity and feel peace and feel purposeful, or it's being triggered to close up, to hide, to fight, to be in fear, to be frustrated. Okay, we're moving back and forth through a lot of these energies right now, and a lot of these triggers are being stimulated by what we're seeing on the outside, which then is starting to trigger some deep internal stuff, our own personal lives. Okay, it's all reflection. So what I do and what I did is I decided to ask Spirit of the heart, tell me what's an energy that many of us are dealing with right now, and what can we do about it, and what is the possible outcome once we do integrate that energy. Okay, so the first card was choose your battle. This is an energy that a lot of us are dealing with, these battles, these energetic battles or triggers that are coming up for us in relation to another. Now, the initial response for many of us is to go into fight or flight mode. We feel a trigger, we either want to battle it out with someone, blame them, be mad at them for touching that wound, for bringing up that trigger, or we want to bounce. We don't even want to deal with them. We don't even want to deal with the trigger. We just want to be out of it. We don't want to feel it. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to see it. We don't want to touch it. We don't want to taste it. So most of us have one that we go to more than the other. So either you fly, you peace out, don't deal, which doesn't help the situation because it will come back in different ways, or you fight it out. You want to blame the other person, you know? When that comes up, when you notice a trigger come up and you know that you may respond for a fight or flight mode, I just want to encourage you to take a moment to disengage from the trigger. Okay? If you could find a way to step back as you notice some of the tension that's being riled up inside of you as you're confronting a dynamic, let's say it's a dynamic with a certain somebody, someone you love, and they're triggering you. Okay? If you could take a few steps to just breathe, or maybe you just need to walk out for a moment to regroup and ask yourself, am I going to come from a place of love, or am I going to come from a place of fear? What does it look like when you come from a place of fear? Okay. It can look a little different for everybody, but most of the time, some of the energies that come through, if you're coming from a place of fear, are you either wanting to blame another person for how you're feeling. You want to prove a point to someone, and you don't care how you sound or how they feel. You just spew all this energy on them because part of you wants them to feel bad for how they made you feel. That's ego again. That's fear. That's fear coming up. You want to control either how they view the dynamic, how they view your what you're trying to share. You're trying to control their perception, or you're trying to control the outcome. All of that is coming from a place of fear that a lot of times we may subconsciously go in and out of. We may do that without even being fully conscious that that's what we're trying to do, because we're in our pain, we're in our hurt, and a lot of times it's really hard to disengage from that. So that's okay. Just witness it. Just witness when those energies come through. You may witness it as it's happening, and then use that as an opportunity to take a step back. But let's say you gave yourself enough moment, enough breath to kind of regroup, and you decide to choose from love. So what does that look like? You're experiencing a battle. You're experiencing a trigger. You're experiencing this intense dance with someone else. It is important to communicate your truth as long as it comes from a place of love. And part of that will be coming from a place of humility, a place of, which comes if you take responsibility for your part in the dynamic, knowing that you guys are both creating this intensity right now. Okay? And usually we are co-creating it because it's an opportunity for us on a soul level to see what we're holding inside that needs to be brought to light, that needs extra love. Those triggers are just opportunities to give extra love. Okay? So if you can allow yourself to have a moment to choose to come from love, choose to come from humility, speak your truth without any ulterior motive. So with just complete surrender of like, this is just what's coming through. This is what it is. This is my heart speaking. I love you. I'm sorry for whatever you feel I'm projecting onto you, but this is what's moving for me right now. Okay, and I'm allowing it to move, and I'm not trying to project it onto you. I'm just allowing it to move. I just need to express what's happening right now. That is coming from such a more empowered space, an open space, than if you were to come with that kind of energy that just wants to fight back. Okay, because if you can come from a place of love, watch how it affects the person you are having the dance with, that you're experiencing the battle with. They will feel it, and that will kind of help them drop in to a place of love, a place of a little bit more softness, a little bit more vulnerability. Then the whole dynamic begins to shift. But let's say for whatever reason they're not ready. They're not ready to receive your level of presence of love. That's okay too. That's okay too, because you're not responsible for how they feel, just like they're not responsible for how you feel. So I just want to encourage all of us again to, one, give ourselves a moment to disengage with the trigger and ask ourselves, how do we want to move forward? Do we want to come from a place of fear, or do we want to come from a place of love? Okay, so that's the core issue. Now, something we can do when we recognize we're being confronted, maybe even in the aftermath, or even during the process, depending on how you engage with the dynamic, how long that whole unfolding needs to be experienced. This is usually an indicator, your triggers are usually indicators that there's some stagnant energy that needs to move right now. And that you can help move that energy, those triggers, by literally moving your body. Coming into your body, into your breath, walking, shifting the energy, moving the energy, journaling, that's moving energy, singing, dancing, listening to music, talking it out, finding ways of just allowing yourself to move. So this is really important, okay? The final outcome of what happens when you allow yourself this space is all that dedicated effort. The more you become mindful and dedicate yourself to this level of choosing the frequency you want to embody, fear or love, you will see profound results in your life. Profound results. More happiness, more peace, just a smoother ride in this journey called life. And then you will be taken in directions where you will support those other softenings that need to take place in this world right now. Because we got to massage some things out right now. We need to feel a little bit more loose, more open, more ready, so we know how to move forward with some of the intense energies that are coming through, because we are going to really be confronted with fear or love. What you going to do? And this is going to be a whole other topic of conversation, because love is still a fierce, fierce warrior energy. Okay? That's a whole other conversation. But that warrior energy is being asked of us right now. And that goes back to the battles, right? The way of the peaceful warrior. That's a real energy that we are here to embody and cultivate, and it does come from the heart. It comes from love. Okay, so this isn't us shining. This isn't us shying away from, like, oh, I just want to be all love and light. No, no, no. To choose to be loved takes a lot of courage, takes a lot of warrior energy to choose that. And that's what's being asked of us right now. All right. So that's a quick little transmission. Hopefully there was something that resonated with you that you can integrate. And, I'd love to hear what's moving for you. This is part of my purpose, to do my work and in turn create spaces for others and support them as you all are integrating these energies right now, because we are expanding rapidly. Okay, so all my love, blessings, peace. Let's be in touch.